a special Canadian edition of Something You Should Eat this week. We were in Montreal at St-Viateur Bagel on St-Viateur Street. We just came from Fairmont Bagel on Fairmont Street. We're in the Mile End neighborhood. No sightings yet of Arcade Fire, although I am looking for them. Now, the thing that I've learned here this morning on my little bagel excursion with our fantastic guide is that this is a typical Montreal bagel. Loaded in sesame, there's a bit of honey in the water when they boil them first, but the other key is that they bake them in a wood-burning oven. And here at St-Viateur, we were watching them make these beautiful bagels that are just dipped slightly in poppy seeds on one side. They are still warm. They go through 1,000 dozen a day here, which is remarkable. But this is the typical Montreal bagel, coated in sesame. They do not eat them with cream cheese right out of the oven, folks. They just have them plain like this. They're dense. They're not doughy and puffy like the American versions. They've got a really great consistency. There's great texture on the outside. I love that contrast. It's kind of crisp and charred on the outside from the wood-burning oven, but really soft and moist on the inside. I spoke with the owner here just a few moments ago from St-Viateur.
Your Bagel's been hand-rolling and baking our bagels in wood-burning ovens since 1957.
How did this tradition come about with the wood?
Well, this is how it was done in the old days. It's easy. In the old days, there was no conventional oven, there was no electricity, so we just kept the tradition of the old school.
And what does that do to the bagel?
Well, it gives it the smoky flavor, and it gives it its unique artisanal quality.
And the dough itself, is there anything different about the dough? I've heard there's honey in the dough, or is it honey in the water here?
Yeah. What we do is we boil the bagels in honey water. So we add a little honey, it adds a little flavor, a little sweetness to it. And when the bagel gets nice and golden, you see that crispiness. It's the smoke, the honey, the water. It's a combination of all these wonderful parts that we do here.
And I heard no cream cheese on a bagel in Montreal.
Well, everybody likes their bagel their own way. I like my cream cheese.
So when you're in Montreal, you have to get a bagel, obviously. I would do both. I'd go to Fairmont Bagel on Fairmont Street, and then I would come here to St-Viateur on St-Viateur Street and get a St-Viateur bagel. They're really remarkable, unlike anything you've had in the States. So when you come to Montreal, the bagels are something you should eat.